More than 100 parliamentarians from around the world have signed an open letter calling on US President Donald Trump to revoke his February 7 executive order suspending all aid to South Africa. The group said the decree saw Trump punishing a sovereign country for pursuing the policy objectives of its choice at home and abroad. The White House justified the decree by accusing South Africa of racially persecuting the country's white Afrikaner minority, including by way of the recently promulgated Expropriation Act, and fomenting terrorism in the Middle East. While championing terrorism and autocratic regimes abroad, South Africa has committed similar human rights violations at home, it asserted in the document published as a so-called fact sheet. The government of South Africa blatantly discriminates against ethnic minority descendants of settler groups. The group of MPs said land reform was a necessary pursuit given the legacy of apartheid. The proposed land reform is a necessary response to historic inequality. White South Africans, 8% of the population, control 72% of freehold farmland. They said Trump's order harked back to a historic low point in US foreign policy, when Washington supported the apartheid regime and labeled President Cyril Ramaphosa's ANC a terrorist organization. This order echoes the darkest chapters of US foreign policy, recalling its support for apartheid and its labeling of the African National Congress as a terrorist organization. We write today not only in defense of South Africa, but also in defense of the UN Charter that guarantees the sovereign equality of all nations without fear of foreign intervention, he said. U.S. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce this week, in response to a question about the expulsion of South Africa's ambassador to Washington, Ebrahim Rasool, reiterated the White House's objections to South Africa's policy decisions and said the United States hoped to encourage a policy rethink. The Ministry of International Relations said this raised concerns about meddling in domestic policy. Trump's decision has been of devastating consequence to HIV/AIDS treatment programs in particular, for which most of the Rand 7.976 billion in aid given to South Africa in 2023 was destined. The group of MPs said it placed at risk not only essential treatment but jobs. The group of 107 signatories, which counts MPs from the United Kingdom to Australia to Argentina, France, Finland, Turkey and Senegal, called on their governments to step into the breach. The letter was coordinated by Progressive International, an organization that mobilizes progressive thinkers and activists. The signatories include British MP Jeremy Corbyn, who led the ruling Labour Party until last year.